From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. We're waiting.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's in.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Winston. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston from the gun on third down.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
A 4-yard gain.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready. Black 22. Wait, hold up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
65. Ready. Panther 60. Panther. Ready.
On first down, they'll start out with Wright.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
He's tackled at the
Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check. Go street. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Hey,
In motion left is Higgins.
go.
Here's Milton now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. T. Higgins
With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Flag, what is that?
Jameis to throw it.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready.
Now Winston. And now another one thrown incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Wilson, the tight end, goes in motion.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing is Milton. And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Now he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chiefs 3.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This goes out wide from Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Mixon with a first down carry. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
2nd quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and
This
10
offense
at the
finding its
25-yard
legs
line.
now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. That is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Chiefs 10.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one, they've got to take care of business first. Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Milton.
He sets to fire deep.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw is Milton.
Throw left side complete. That's right. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now Milton. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Winston now.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Second down and 4.
Ready.
Now Winston. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Jameis again.
There's a short one caught by Johnson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mixing up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready we go.
To throw, Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready? Blue ready. Let me go. Let me go.
Here's Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Ready. Black 25. Sonic. Hey, put it out. Let him go.
Winston.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Follow. Let him go.
Winston to throw it this time. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Now Winston, he's going to audible to something else.
Flip. Let him go.
2nd and 3. Throwing down, and it's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing, Winston. This is caught.
He's brought down, and we're now here. No timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mixon.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 17, Raiders 13.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, break.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
A final shot before break. Milton.
And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code that he could not hang on to it. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. So they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's Milton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Cowboy 80. Hey, Crash. Panther 11. Panther 11.
To throw, it's Milton. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, 55 yards. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Chiefs 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now.
Jamison Williams,
65 yards. And the
the Chiefs have taken the lead here this third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Raiders 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll run out of the gun with Wright.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
19 Sergeant, Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That is caught.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
60, cut 19, cut 19, 18, run, 18.
Looking to throw. Milton.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Dumps it off to Mixon. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL, Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now a toss play for Wright.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Wright.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Come 19! 70 Rangers! 70 Rangers! Let's go!
Here's Milton now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 18, Pioneer!
Throwing is Milton. Working downfield, he's got Thornton.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Let's go, let's go!
Las Vegas, first down. First and goal.
Packers 50, Packers 50. Ready.
Wright will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big moves towards the end zone.
Chiefs, 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready?
Jameis to throw it. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Green, triple T. Ready? Where'd we go? Where'd we go?
Winston.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready? Flag, we're doing that.
Now Winston.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground with Wright.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Hey, smash. 65 catch, 65 catch.
On the zone read to give to Wright.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. You can start stringing some runs together like this. You'll keep churning out 1st downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll go again here with Wright.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Red. Bronco, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Warrior, 70. Dragon, 60. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Milton. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19.
To throw is Milton.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harrison.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Out of the gun, here's a give to Wright.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 19 Lions.
Now Milton.
Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Raiders, first down. A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Raiders.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
19 target. Ready, ready.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcats, 65. Cup 19, Cup 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
The short throw to Musgrave.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3.
Ready, ready. Now go. Ready.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Raiders, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to